No. So yeah, let's do this again.
Do you hear me?
Well, we first met at the running group. We meet every Monday, and we go running like about 5 kilometers.
The premise of the running group was that you invite friends of friends if they wanted to start running as well, and we would run in Erndale Park. A friend of Jen invited her over, and the first time that I saw her was in that running group. And basically, if memory serves me right, she was trying to chase after me because I was always in the lead of the running group.
So I go there, and then, you know, Victor's there, and my friend's like, goes to him, oh, you know everybody here? And he's like, no, I don't know you. So, you know, kind of introduced each other.
After running group ends, we go out for drinks or we go out for food. And we went to this bubble tea place, and I sat beside her.
We were there at bubble tea, and we just kind of sat beside each other that day. And we were just talking, and he's like,
yeah, you should come out more often. We have a Google group website that we communicate through. If you're not hooked up with that, maybe if I can get your email.
if you give me your email, I can add you to the group. And I said, okay. So I gave him my email, and then he added me to MSN, and we just started talking on MSN.
Our first date, I took her to Earl's. Basically, I don't know if she considered it a date or not. I didn't know where to take her. I was nervous. We had dinner, but it was like so loud in there that we didn't really have a proper conversation.
And it was like Hawaiian night, and like, you know, music was blasting, and we were trying to have a conversation, couldn't hear each other, like screaming at each other across the table. And so basically I just ate my sandwich.
I thought, in my opinion, it was a disaster. It didn't turn out as well as I had hoped, but everything worked out. I did ask her out later that night, obviously. When I drove her home, we said goodbye and such, and then I got home, and then I started texting her.
So then he texts me on MSN, and he goes, well, what did he say? Like, what are you doing or whatever? So I said to him, well, I have to go to a grocery store and grab some milk because I'm all out. And I'm just gonna walk there because it's close by. And he's like, oh, don't walk there, I'll come by.
So I came back all the way from my house back to her house, and then at that point, I asked her to be my girlfriend.
He had planned on going to take pictures that day, and I said, okay, but I was like tired from work. I'm usually tired after work. So he's like, oh, let's go take pictures. And like, I'm like, I didn't think much of it because he's been complaining for like 2-3 weeks that he hasn't had a chance to use his camera.
For the proposal, I had to ask permission first. And when I did ask for permission, I got the okay, which was good. And then it had to be on a good day. I wanted to take her to the place where we first kissed, which was in a park along Lakeshore.
Initially, I didn't know where we were going because I asked him like, where are we gonna take pictures? And he goes, oh, I don't know, like somewhere. So we get in the car, he starts driving, and then we end up at a park by Port Credit. And it didn't even like occur to me that we've, you know, been there before, or like significance or whatever. But, you know, I'm just there to accompany him to take pictures, right? So I'm sitting there waiting for him to take his shots, and he's like taking his sweet time, taking the shots. So then he goes and, you know, changes to his camera case, and I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna change his lens.
As I was changing my lens, I got down on one knee and I proposed to her. And thankfully she said yes.
Yeah, he got on one knee. Like, he was acting kind of weird. And when he turned around, he kind of like dropped down on one knee. I'm like, okay, here we go. Thoughts going through my head. I'm just like, okay, this explains, you know, why you're acting so strange.
50 years from now, I think, hopefully, like, we'll still be as happy as we are now. Doing little trips here and there, going to the malls, just doing our own stuff together.
We'll be like those cute little couples that you see with the white hair. Will we have white hair in like 50 years? Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.